introduce the our third guest tonight, Fransje de Wijt, a writer, thinker. Please come forward and maybe you can introduce yourself a bit.
Yes, I think I'm even worse prepared than Charlie here. I think it was maybe 4 or 5 days ago. I was on holiday in Portugal. I got a phone call from Simon about this event. And
they called me a half hour ago, actually.
Okay, right.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I know.
I just wanted
Your name is
but you're very happy that you're here.
And so I'm not actually too sure why I'm here, but because I actually also haven't really studied Hakunama deeply, but as he was saying, so I don't have a real clear picture of what it is going to look like, but I don't have a very clear picture of what I'm doing anyway. So so far I feel that my perspective on this thing, which is why I wanted to participate anyhow, is not just from permaculture, which is kind of the heading that you got me into this, which is the design of sustainable ecosystems. My background is in agronomy. I was trained as a development worker, in fact, in a sector that has been transitioning, I would say, since quite a few years. I mean, looking around, it's not obvious that everybody of you knows how things used to work like 25 years ago or so. But my main option when I was studying, at least, was to work for the government, make a lot of money, and be sent somewhere as an expert to a place where I've never ever been. And then 3 years after that, would be sent to somewhere else on the planet where I'd never been anyhow. And so that was never my interest, really. And I actually graduated before the NGO sector was established. I mean, it was late 80s, I would say. It was kind of growing, and that became much more interesting. I got more involved with like farmers' movements and stuff, and yeah. So from the viewpoint of permaculture now, we still, I feel, very much finding out how development should work. But even when I was studying, I remember that some of the things I learned, I thought, well, yeah, it's nice to think that these concepts have been developed for poor people in Africa or anywhere else. But I was always wondering why they sound like things that we should learn also. Like, this is actually kind of some concepts float around now, like community development. I mean, things that our social welfare systems have been failing on for decades anyhow. And I think some very basic things about how we relate to each other, how we communicate, what we really need, how we can provide our own needs, even if we live in a rich part of the world here. I mean, in many areas we're very impoverished, I think. And so I think there's nothing that we can know that people don't know anywhere else. So I think we, as a human species, okay, let's put it on a big scale. We really need to find out about this together. And another angle that I didn't actually expect when I came here is I've been involved with an organization for a long time. It's called Ashoka Innovators for the Public. And I think they were sort of the organization that put the concept of social entrepreneurship on the map. And I'm really happy that this means something now, because I remember 20 years ago we were talking to Novib, for instance, about this concept, what a social entrepreneur was. No, it wasn't somebody who was just getting money as kind of philanthropy. No, it wasn't somebody who was just doing commercial business. It didn't work at the time. Not with Novib, at least. So I can see that there's a whole new generation of people involved in different parts of the world who, I mean, it's really a different mindset. Like when I say these days permaculture relates to, say, conventional agriculture as quantum physics relates to Newtonian physics, is that kind of paradigm shift, and I think Hakunama relates to that also. And this is what we're very much finding out, and we need to find out, or otherwise indeed we're buggered. And that was the third angle. What was that? Not right now.
Okay, no problem.
Maybe coming up. Okay.
Sure.